last week there was a headline that Travis Hunter's Heisman, the dual threat star at Colorado, his Heisman odds had dropped to 5,000 to 1. I don't advise gambling, but boy, I'd take a real look at that. Today it's 3,500 this morning to win the Heisman Trophy. He is ranked 13th. He's behind a slew of quarterbacks, including like Nussmeier and just guys.
Yeah, come on.
Travis Hunter yesterday, 13 receptions, 100 yards, 2 touchdowns against Colorado State, an interception, 1 pass breakup. I don't know. He played 129 plays against North Dakota State, 126 against Nebraska. Expected, I think we wait for Pro Football Folk. I don't know why we don't have. This is how incredible Travis Hunter is. The actual official box score that comes out does not include total plays of an individual. It's like the sport doesn't even consider a stat that is unbelievable.
Yeah.
Right. So I scanned this, I'm like, so we got to wait for Pro Football Focus to tell us.
To count snaps for people.
But expected 120. So listen, if this guy stays, I don't even like bringing it up. Let's say he just plays all the games, right? I don't even want to put it out there in the atmosphere, but that's a lot of plays. And plays like this. And this isn't the most outstanding. And someone sits down and fills out a ballot and says, who's the most outstanding player in college football? And does not choose Travis Hunter. They need their head examined. So is this odds? Is this Vegas saying he's not going to make it through the whole season? Is this saying Heisman voters are idiots and they're just going to go with whatever QBs ranked number 1 with this many yards when they're all interchangeable, as we've literally seeing? I'm nothing against Cam Ward or Carson Beck or Will Howard, or you guys are great, or Quinn Ewers, but we have 4 of you every year. This guy is doing something we've never seen. This is Shohei Ohtani, right? He's playing full-time, both positions at a first-round NFL level. I don't care if you don't like Coach Prime. I don't care if you don't like Shador. I don't care if they only win 4 or 5 games. He's doing this against, if somebody plays full-time both ways and puts up these kind of stats against Power 4 competition, how in the hell is he not win the Heisman Trophy? Ross?
Look, the Heisman has evolved into the best player on the best team or one of the best teams. And I think that odds are the way they are because the projections are that Colorado will not be one of the best teams at the end of the year. Even if he is the best player in football, the way we've seen the Heisman go is to a team that is good, and at the end of the year is one of the best ones. And I just think that's probably why we're seeing that the way it is. But you're right. I mean, he's probably far and away the most impressive player in college football this year.
He is without peer right now. And if you want to give a Heisman to somebody who's without peer, this would seem like the time to do it and the person to do it to. Colorado put out something. They said 123 snaps for him. And they said it's believed to be the first time in the modern era of college football history a stat line like that has happened. They don't quantify it like that, but I am guessing 100 receiving yards and an interception. Throw in 2 touchdowns, 5 tackles, a pass breakup. I mean, nobody is doing this, and nobody has done it for who knows how long. You can go back and talk Gordy Lockbaum. We did on the podcast last year. From the 1980s at Holy Cross playing 1AA ball then. Before that, you got to go back to like Paul Hornung in the 1950s at Notre Dame.
That's what I was thinking, the Hornung.
I mean, that's how incredible this is. He is second in the nation right now in receptions per game at 10 per game. And he's, I think, let me see, where is it?
They don't even throw it to him.
No, he's ninth. He's ninth in receiving yards, and he's probably a better defensive back than he is a receiver. That's what's just incredible about this. I mean, and I really hope, I don't want to get carried away talking about the NFL because people spend too much time doing that, but I hope he gets a chance to play both in the NFL. But first, I hope he gets the recognition and consideration for the Heisman now for what he's doing. Paul Hornung won the Heisman on a 2-8 team. Now, that 2-8 team was Notre Dame, but this guy should be, if he keeps playing like this, he should absolutely be in the mix all year.
Gordy Lockbaum finished third or something.
Yeah, you got a lot of votes. Hell, he was on the cover of Sports Illustrated.
Yeah. I was watching some of the game last night. His second touchdown, he ran this little delay slant route. I mean, the guy is incredible. Yeah. Again, you can sit there and be like, Coach Prime this, Coach. Don't forget it. This guy, and he doesn't just play defense. Like, he's about the business. He will hit you.
He will hit you.
He is not
he
like
will cover and he will hit.
He is running up and lowering a shoulder. Like, I'm like, oh my God, Travis, because this was the game he got hurt last year. That Colorado State. Play both ways in the NFL. You got to pay me both ways. I mean, they'll be like, oh, Champ Bailey did it. Yes, Champ Bailey, incredible. Charles Woodson. I mean, we're talking Charles Woodson and Champ Bailey, two of the greatest players. Cam Newton is probably the greatest college football player I ever saw. Like, just dominant, took an Auburn team that he's playing quarterback, all of that. But this is easily one of the best football players I've ever seen play football. And he is 13th behind the LSU.
Yeah.
I mean,
no,
what are we doing? If you don't vote for this guy, if he plays 10 of these games and you do not vote for this guy, you should have what is even the point of being a voter in this? This isn't even close.
No. And I look, first of all, I hate all these odds that come out, where they're just throwing shit at a wall.
I like it at 3,500 to 1 right now. Yeah. Plus 3,500, and that's not 3,500 to 1. It's plus 3,500. I'm sorry.
That's Vegas trying to reduce it all to not quite an algorithm, but nearly. But that's almost what the voting has become. Is almost.
But it's voter stupidity. I think they're factoring in voter stupidity.
Yeah.
So I am starting the education campaign.
Okay. You don't
Pat
have
is a voter.
Just
I know
vote.
that. Ross, do you vote?
Yeah.
I don't vote.
I do. Yeah.
You vote. There you go. 2. We got 2 for Travis. I'm canvassing. Right
now, absolutely.
You guys don't live in swing states. People knock on your door and stuff like. I'm canvassing. Can I count on your vote? Can I count on your vote?
State, Dan.
This is an apolitical podcast.
You don't even count. Ross's vote.
No, we don't even count.
I don't vote for Heisman. I'm not allowed to handle something that serious.